the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn Nets mean business. A shot from earlier on coming down the tunnel, ready to put a show on here at home. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out east. Look at Philadelphia. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, Brooklyn. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
Well, right now for Brooklyn, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that pack.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Embiid. Andre Drummond is out there with Paul George. Then there's Maxey. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard. And looking at the Nets, the guard pair. Schroeder and Thomas. Bogdanovich out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Claxton in at the 5. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
The mid-range, no problem for PG. He's really improved as a shooter.
Schroeder against Maxey. Claxton sets the screen for Bridges. Claxton no good. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's George. Bridges with the board. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And he makes the first.
You know, you look at Bogdanovich, and this guy is really outstanding at taking high percentage shots, and he's got what I call a natural scoring ability and mentality.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Lowry's checked in. And so Bogdanovich knows both of them. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Drummond. Shoots over Bridges. Embiid with it. Latrey connects from three-point range.
Not known for a quick release, but Embiid showing he has that ability as well.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. Yeah, the Nets head coach and I were able to chat. Well, we talked about how difficult a matchup Joel Embiid can be for a defense. Coach told me it's all about not letting him get established down low and making him try to beat us with longer shots. If we do that, I think we'll be fine. Of course, saying it on the sidelines is one thing, and doing it on the court, quite another. Guys?
Thank you, David. Got a piece of it. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Down low. It out to Schroeder. Drummond working against Bogdanovich. That's good for Thomas on the assist from Bogdanovich. Thomas got his second bucket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's McCain. Here's Drummond. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Thomas. 6 to shoot. Up and in on the way. Thomas got 6 points.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Now here's Drummond. Pass to McCain. And here's George for three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
To the middle. Here's Thomas. Can't connect from short range. Philadelphia trails by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Grant Williams is checked in for the Nets.
Into the lineup for your Nets, number 40, Grant Williams.
Nets leading by 3. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Bridges kicks to Williams. Schroeder against Lowry. Pass to Thomas. Fires for 3. And Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia trails by 3. Can they get it? And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. George has got his second basket of the night.
George is really one of the most amazing players in the league, an all-NBA caliber player, and he's worked tirelessly on his shooting form, and now it's close to perfect.
It's good. Thomas got 8.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Pass to Drummond. Back to George. A rebound by the Nets. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. George against Bridges. It's Thomas on the wing. 8 points for him.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's George. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 6 points for him.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Schroeder passes to Claxton. Back to Schroeder. On the wing, Bridges. Thomas. It's a wide open look. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down. I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
Now here's Williams, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Pass to Thomas. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Johnson comes in for Bridges. Bogdanovich is checked in for Cameron Thomas. And it's Shake Milton in for Dennis Schroeder. So it's Philadelphia now. They trail by 1. Oubre against Johnson. Embiid the screen. Oubre passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Defense can't slow Embiid on the drive. I mean, he's just got so much body mass and momentum. Hard to stop him.
Now, here's Milton. Outside, Bogdanovich. Williams, a screen on Gordon. Good on the three-point shot. Bogdanovich has got 5 now.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Embiid with it. Finney Smith defending. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Just 5 to shoot. Embiid with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Cam Thomas getting it down for Brooklyn. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at him.
The Nets with the lead. And so in the game for the 76ers, Kelly Oubre out there with Yabusele. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Gordon. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. Basket counts.
On the perimeter and on the inside, too. Bogdanovich able to put points on the board.
Pass to Yabusele. Now Embiid. Finney Smith defending. Embiid absorbs the contact on the finish.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Lowry against Milton. Picked by Finney Smith. Milton kicks to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Milton. Now recovering. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 2. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Embiid. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Embiid with it. He has 7. Kicks it out to Gordon. From deep. Hands it from downtown. Gordon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flop time. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw fouls.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Everybody, you get to see yourself on the big screen and show us your best move. Come on, let's go.
Whitehead's check in for the Nets. Shake Milton comes in for Bogdanovich. Let's take a look at the players that have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. Third is Joel Embiid.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Pass to Milton. The Nets working the ball around now. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Finney Smith in the post. Guarded by Embiid. Pocket 2. Williams outside. Buries it from three-point range. And the Nets lead by 4.
When Williams stretches his range beyond the arc, it makes it tough on defense.
Pass to McCain. Now here's Drummond. And here's Gordon. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You cannot let Gordon get it going from the perimeter. He's an incredibly consistent and persistent long-range shooter.
Now here's Milton. No scoring in this one. Deflects the pass and stolen by Drummond. Oubre against Johnson. Oubre good.
That's the way to do it. Oubre using his length inside to his advantage.
Here's Milton. Finney Smith passes to Johnson. It's tipped.
Oubre putting those long arms to work. Manages to get a hand on it.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
George is checked in for Gordon. Free throw, good, Oubre.
Oubre able to get here a lot with how aggressive he is with the ball in his hand.
Outside Wilson, pass to Thomas. Looking to end the run. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Bridges is checked in for Cameron Johnson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Wilson. Bridges finds Williams. Outside Thomas. Paxton a screen on Oubre. Here's Thomas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The Nets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Stepping the line with 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And you know, the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Bogdanovich is checked in for the Nets. Yabusele, he's checked in for the 76ers. And both free throws good for Thomas.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here's McCain. He's guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Yabusele. Here's George. To the right side. Here's Drummond. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Nets trail by 4. Here's the 3. And the Nets miss again. Philadelphia's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Oubre dishes to George. Pass to Yabusele. Oubre kicks to George. 5 to shoot. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Outside Thomas. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts. Here's Oubre. He has 5. Pass to Yabusele. Now George. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. Just his first attempt. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul. Team seconds.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And he knocks down the first one. And Brooklyn making a change here. Williams is checked in. And he makes both free throws. A minute 20 left to play in the first half. Bridges outside. Back to Thomas. Inside. Claxton inside. Working on Drummond. Clock at 4. Here's Thomas. It's Drummond with the rebound. The 76ers leading by 4. The shot by George, wide open. The 76ers with another miss. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And Bogdanovich kicks to Thomas. And the layup's good off the glass. Thomas got 16. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. George passes to Drummond. Here's McCain. To the inside. Williams with the steal. Bridges inside. Defended by George. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Thomas.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Tie game in Brooklyn. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
The away team, 30.
Hello, everybody. Tipping off halftime. Let's start things off with a look at the All-Star voting.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories.
It's like Vegas. What you do there stays there. You can see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Here's Thomas. Thomas is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Grant Williams. Then it's Bridges. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. Here's McCain. A shot's good on the assist by George. McCain's got the first bucket of the third here for the 76ers. Nets trailed by 3. Bridges outside. Williams passes to Bridges. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Outside Thomas. For the 3. That's a basket. His 8th from the field. 8 of 14.
There it is. The first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Lowry dishes to Oubre. At the teardrop. Outside for George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
The Nets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Outside Williams. Back to Thomas. Yes! And the foul. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Cameron Thomas. At the line one time.
Just over a minute and a half at pass here in the third quarter. Outside, George. Oubre outside. That's the 3 fly. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Bridges. Plays it up and banks it in. Bridges got his second bucket of the game to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Drummond. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Not backing away from the physicality of the game. Drummond is never afraid of getting hit when he's trying to score.
This is his first free throw of the game. Throw good, Drummond.
I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
And the Nets making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Both free throws good for Drummond.
He is a monster on the glass, but Andre Drummond doesn't just have size. He's also developed really good timing and instincts that help elevate his game.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Turn it up, Nets for your
And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Nets.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Bridges left side. Bridges double team. Johnson from outside. They get it back. Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
At the line, one shot.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Lowry kicks to Oubre. And here's George for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist in this one. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Claxton. Bridges with it. Screen by Claxton. Shot clock at 5. The offensive rebound, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that game against the Kings, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Oubre, connects in the foul line jumper. Oubre's got 7.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Claxton is screen on Lowry. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Lowry to the paint, taken away by Williams. Bogdanovich against Lowry. Bogdanovich passes to Bridges. Takes a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Bridges got 5 points in the quarter.
You can see the work being put in on that particular shot for Bridges, and his confidence as a result is continuing to grow.
Oubre outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Lowry against Bogdanovich. Pass to Bridges. Bridges double team. Now Johnson. The 3-pointer no good. Here's McCain. He's got 5. Lowry kicks to Oubre.
Last 2 minutes to play. Third quarter.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And we know Oubre's not shy. He gets in there, he's going to draw fouls against those defenders.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
And he can't get the first one. So for the Nets, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Shake Milton in for Bogdanovich. Caleb Martin's checked in for the 76ers. Gordon comes in for Kyle Lowry. Good on the second free throw.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
1:49 left in the third. The 10-footer. A shot by Milton, no good. The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Martin against Williams. Pass to McCain. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. And here's Milton. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Bridges outside. Milton sets the screen for Bridges. From outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bridges has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Brooklyn. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to McCain. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Johnson, the pass to Milton. Now, here's Bridges. And no good.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Here's McCain. Defended by Milton. And it's good. 2 points. 24 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Bridges against Gordon. Bridges outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Well, I tell you what, you got to like the aggressiveness there from Bridges because he forced the defense that time to commit the foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
That free throw, no good.
You know, one of the things that endeared Miles Bridges to his college coach was he was a superstar in talent, but played with a blue-collar mindset.
So he comes up empty at the line.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Here's Martin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And he can't hit the second.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Tie game in Brooklyn. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter. So it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, they've got Gordon. Embiid is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Oubre, and it's Martin in at the three-side. Here's Embiid. The 19-footer is on the money. Embiid's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the 76ers. Here's Whitehead, defended by Gordon. Pass to Williams. And here is Johnson. Back to Williams. Lets it go with a three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Gordon kicks to Oubre. Down low. Here's Yabusele. Ball's not loose. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Lays it up off the glass. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Nets.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Embiid. And the 76ers lead by 2. And so Whitehead will bring it up for Brooklyn. Outside Williams. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Whitehead, defended by Gordon. Williams a screen to the middle. Here's Oubre. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Back to Martin. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point land, 76ers with the new shot clock. Here's Yabusele. He's guarded by Johnson. Moves back up. Nice shot by Yabusele. And now a 4-point 76ers lead. Nets shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Here's Whitehead, defended by Gordon. Pass to Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith. It's good on the putback.
Folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Here they come back on the
good group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Bridges comes in for Williams. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Williams. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Whitehead. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Going inside. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
second personal foul. First team foul.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
The first one falls. Bogdanovich is checked in for Johnson. Then for the 76ers, Drummond's checked in for Yabusele. George comes in for Caleb Martin. And Maxey subbed in for Gordon. Both good from the line that time. Nets trail by 4. Bridges outside. Thomas kicks to Bogdanovich. Bridges a screen on George. Here's Bogdanovich. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
That one on George.
Not just a floor spacer now. Bogdanovich getting inside there.
Shooting for Brooklyn. Bojan Bogdanovich. At the line 2 times.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
And the first one drops. Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Bridges. Thomas sets a screen for Bridges. Another shot, and the rejection by Embiid.
The defensive instincts of Embiid on display there with the deny.
Maxey passes to Drummond. Bridges with the steal. Here's Thomas, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Thomas got 24 points.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Out to the right wing. Inside, and stolen by Thomas. In transition, here come the Nets. The shot's good for Milton.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They lead by 1. Pass to McCain. Embiid the screen. The 17-footer. Misses off the right angle. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Milton the pass to Thomas.
Last 2 minutes to play. 4th quarter.
Just 5 on the clock. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Thomas got 10 points in just the second half. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's Embiid. Blazers with the board. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Outside Thomas. And it's sent back by Drummond.
You got to be careful shooting around Drummond. I mean, he has a really good knack for when to go for the blocks. And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout.
For your next youth dance together and make some noise for your Brooklyn Nets Kids Dance Team.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second official foul. Team second. Laying out the line. Shooting 2. Cameron Thomas.
Drops the first one, and that ties the game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Here's Embiid. Brooklyn with the rebound. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Bogdanovich passes to Bridges. Here's Thomas, the 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared.
Fans, get out of your seats. Come on, let's get it on, fans. Stand up and make some noise.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Embiid. Clock at 6. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Drummond working against Bridges. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Bridges brings a toughness to his team's interior scoring because of his athleticism, physicality, and aggressiveness.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
It's time for the dead stand. Oh, you got the shots around the applause. Philadelphia.
So it's Philadelphia now. They trail by 6. Maxey passes to Embiid. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Nick Claxton.
I like to see Embiid finishing like that. Not afraid to get physical, not backing away from the contact while being fouled.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. He's perfect from the line this time. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
2 times.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Over Milton. Maxey, no good. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
Obviously upset to have to take a seat here, but at this point, I don't think it'll have an impact. The game's probably out of reach anyway.
And you hate to have a player foul out, but their depth could be an asset here, helping them weather his absence.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. That's a 7-point game. Outside, George. Nailed from three-point land.
You just don't realize how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. That was sweet. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Outside, George. There's the 3. And So it's Brooklyn with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.